Hi, hello students. Welcome to online classes. Today I am going to discuss about the important concept about the chemical bonding. So students, in our well is there no chemical bonding mathematics which is considered the most important concept nothing but bond parameters only. You have to study about the bond parameters. So what is bond parameter students? Nothing but to remember certain parameter which is gives idea about the structure of the bond, how the bond is arranged, what is the bond angle, everything data it is there in the bond parameters only. Let's move on to what is the bond parameters are there. The bond parameters are bond length, bond angle, bond enthalpy and bond order, and resonance structures will be there, and polarity of bonds will be there. These bond parameters are very important for our study. In a very well, the name itself in the bond length between the atoms will be there, the angle between the molecules will be there, and bond enthalpy also will be there, bond order will be there. We'll study about the more details about the each and every bond parameters. So first of all, bond length. What is bond length, students know? The bond length is defined as the equilibrium distance between the nuclei of two atoms. Nothing but the distance between the two nuclei atoms, nothing but bond length only. Bond length. Let's have an idea. Just consider here the one molecule will be there. In this molecule made up of the A kind of atoms and X kind of atoms only. You can see clearly here the distance between the A kind of A atom and A atom is called as a bond length only. The distance between this A atom and this A atom is called bond length only. Or else you can just take from the distance from this A atom and this X atom, nothing but bond length only. This bond length. Remember students, when you saw the single bond is there, more bond length will come. Whenever number of bonds are increases, bond length will be decrease only. Whenever number of bond increases, bond length will be decrease. In a very well, bond length we cannot measure directly. So why? Because means the molecules are very small. We cannot measure the bond length directly. You can use some special parameters to measure the bond length only. That is parameter nothing but you can see the X-ray diffraction method. Generally, X-ray diffraction method used to measure up the bond parameters only. X-ray diffraction method used to measure the bond parameters only. Next, you can see the bond length will be calculated in the picometers, centimeters, angstrom, like that. Bond length also can be calculated. We see certain bond length they have given the data they have given here. You see very clearly oxygen hydrogen bond length is 96 picometers, carbon hydrogen bond length is 109 picometers, nitrogen oxygen bond length is 136 picometers, carbon oxygen bond length is 143 picometers, carbon nitrogen bond length is 143 picometers. So students, I don't want to remember this data. First, just you have consider the number of bonds are increased. Just see very clearly what happened here. The number of bonds are increased. Consider the carbon triple bond is 120 picometers, but you consider the carbon single bond is 150 picometers. It clearly indicates what happened there. Number of bonds are increases, bond length will be decrease only. Number of bonds are increases, bond length will be decrease only. You can see the some common bond length. You can see the hydrogen molecule will be there, the F2 molecule will be there, Cl2 molecule will be there, Br2I2. So students, one small point remember, the bond length will decide the chemical properties of the element only. The bond length will decide the chemical properties of the element only. So this gives idea about the how the chemicals are react, how the fast reactions are takes place, nothing but. So you can some molecules are like water molecule bond length is 120 picometers. Sorry, oxygen molecule bond length is 121 picometers. Hydrogen fluoride bond length is 92 picometers. Hydrochloride HCl bond length is 127 picometers. Let's you can see the here two atoms are there. The two atoms you can see that the distance from the nuclei of two atoms from here to here, how much distance is there? No, the total distance is called as a bond length only. Atomic radius means all students know atomic radius the distance from this part to this part is called atomic radius only. The distance from this part to this part is called atomic radius only, and this one also called atomic radius only. Ra plus Rb total is called as a bond length. Ra plus Rb is equal to bond length only. Okay, now here this one you remember. So bond length nothing but the distance between the two nuclei atom. The distance between two nuclei atom is called bond length only. Let's say have the bond angle. Let's have the bond angle. So remember students, the chemical reactivity, whether molecules more reactive, less reactive, stability of molecules can be decided by the bond angle only. What is bond angle? The angle between the two atoms only. You see very clearly here 2 hydrogen atoms are there. In this 2 hydrogen atom, what is the bond angle? How much angle will be between the 2 hydrogen atom? It will in the water molecule will decide the stability of the molecule. You can see very clearly what happened there. The bond angle is 104 degrees. Look at here. Always bond angle measure in the degrees and minutes also. Degrees and 104 minutes. 104 minutes 5 degrees 5 minutes actually 104 minutes 5 degrees will come on. You see the bond angle of any molecules depend upon the number of lone pair of electrons only. Lone pair of electron. This lone pair of electron will decide the bond angle only. We'll discuss more in the Vesper theory. Vesper theory is valence shell electron pair repulsion theory. So what happens? This lone pair of electron, number of bond pair of electron will decide the molecule structure. The molecule structure means you have to remember the bond angle. You could here to consider one small point. I will say more the bond angle, less the chemical reactivity. Less the bond angle is more chemical reactivity. Come on. Now let's move on to the bond length. You remember what is bond length? It is defined as the distance between the equilibrium distance between the two atoms. The equilibrium distance between the two atoms is bond length. Next, move on to the bond enthalpy. So what is the bond enthalpy here? Remember the amount of energy required to break the 1 mole of bond. What is the bond enthalpy? It is the amount of energy required to break the 1 mole of bonds in the gaseous state is called bond enthalpy only. Suppose I want to break the hydrogen bond. How much amount of energy required, students? I require the 435.8 kilojoules per mole. How much amount of energy required, students? 435.8 kilojoules per mole. Means you remember, if you want to construct a bond, if you want to break the bond, we require some amount of energy. Whenever two atoms are joined together, they form a chemical bond. There are some amount of energy releases. Whenever the what happens, they consider if you want to break the bonds, it is also required the some amount of energy. It's called bond enthalpy. Suppose I want to break the two hydrogen atom. Actually, hydrogen atom molecule to hydrogen atom, but the bond enthalpy they have given as a 435.8 kilojoules per mole. 430.5 kilojoules per mole. In the case of polyatomic molecule, the measurement of bond length is what happens. Just so suppose one atom is there, two atoms are there, connect each other, one bond is there, no problem. But you consider polyatomic ion like water molecule. So what happens there? I have to see the two hydrogen bonds is there. One hydrogen bond, one other hydrogen also is there. So what happens, like these molecules are there, I can go for the average bond enthalpy. I can go for the average bond enthalpy. I can calculate the average bond enthalpy of a molecule. Average bond enthalpy can be calculated. So you can see here the water molecule is there. I want to break the one bond. Some x amount of energy required. That amount of energy I have taken as 502 kilojoules per mole. If you see next hydrogen oxygen bond I want to break. So what happened here? I required the less amount of energy when compared to previous one. So what happened there? 427 kilojoules per mole. So what happens in this case? I can go for the average bond enthalpy. The average bond enthalpy I will prefer, and I will make them to correct only. Bond order. So bond order stands, what is bond order, students? Number of bonds between the two adjacent atom only. How many bonds are there? It's a bond order only. So you can see the bond order example. Just consider hydrogen have a single bond will be there. Oxygen have a double bond will be there. Nitrogen having the triple bond will be there. Nitrogen having the triple bond. You see, bond order will decide the bond length of the molecule. Bond order will decide the bond length of the molecule. More the bond order, less the bond length. More the bond order, less the bond length only. So the next one is isoelectronic species. Generally, isoelectronic species have the what happened there? Equal bond length will come. Generally, bond order, not a bond length, bond order equal bond order will come. So next one is the bond order is, you can see the direct proportional bond enthalpy. It means number of bonds are increases, the amount of energy required to break the bonds also increases. Next one is bond order inversely proportional to the bond length. More number of bonds are there, less bond length will come. Molecules move very closely, so they are arranging only. So you can see the one question they have given: arrange the following molecules based on the bond angle only. You see very clear, students, bond angle is there here. The methane molecule also, you can see the methane molecule. You just can say ethylene molecule is 180. Methane molecule comes under 109. Ethylene molecule is 180. Boron trifluoride 120 degrees will come. Methane molecule is 109 degrees, 28 minutes will come. Ammonia 107 will come. Water is 104 degrees will come. Water 104 degrees. So nothing but is nothing but bond angle. Is nothing but a bond angle. The most important concept in this chemistry resonance structures only. What do you mean by resonance structures? Nothing but a molecule structure cannot be explained by based on the single structure. Like this case, in order to write the structure of the molecule, the scientists they have given the one systematic way of representation of molecule. Once again, repeat this one is some molecule structure we cannot explain the completely based on the single structure. Some molecule properties cannot be explained based on single structure. Like that molecule, scientists they have given the one systematic way of representation to explain that structure of the molecule. Is resonance structure. So, suppose what happened there, according to resonance structure, one molecule can exist variable structures. One molecules can exist the variable structure only. In this case, what happened there, the bond length between the two atoms are continuously varies. What happened there, you cannot predict the entire the properties of the molecule based on single structure only. So what happened there, the according to this concept, resonance whenever single Lewis structure cannot describe the molecule accurately, the number of structures with a similar energy. So what happened there, one more point is there, when are more resonance structures are there, this point very very important, more resonance structures are there, more stability will be there. More stability will be there, less reactivity will be there. So what happened there, at this case what happened, we will go for the one hybrid structure. When you prefer some hybrid structure, you see very clearly here oxygen atom is there, no, the bond length when you consider is 148 picometers. This oxygen atom bond length is 121 picometers only. But actually if you calculated, the bond length is coming as here the nearly, okay, now what happened, the 130 picometers are coming. So what happened there, what you suppose you just consider if you just consider this structure is my molecule structure, I will get the wrong data. If I consider this molecule structure, I will get wrong data. In order to overcome that, scientists what they have given is, you can see the 127 picometer, roughly 127 picometers. What you got idea? Some hybrid structure. So we cannot predict the single structure. Based on single structure, we cannot able to predict. So you have to use this one is data only. So what happened there, more information about resonance structure, resonance stability of the molecule, nothing but remember more resonance structures are there, no, more energy utilized to in order to become stability. So what happened there, they are less reactive only. So what happened there, consider you can see the molecule do not exist for the certain fraction of time. What happened, the molecule will one particular structure cannot exist, it continually changes from the one structure to another structure. Okay, no? This is nothing but a chemical resonance structures of the molecule. It's nothing but a resonance structures of the molecule. You see very clearly, if you want to represent resonance structure of the carbonate. So what happens if you take a carbonate in the first structure, this carbon atom, this oxygen atom had double bond will be there. A second structure, this carbon atom, this oxygen atom, double bond will be there. So what happens, the double bond between the oxygen and carbon atom varies from each and every structure. In order to represent the proper structure, scientists they have given this way of representation. This is nothing but a resonance structures are there. It is called as a resonance structures.